Already got 30 of the 65, was that? God. And here we find Glowbox. Yeah, 65, wow. So a lot of alarms for this first area. And what am I doing? Anyway, so, this recording right now is, well, the first recording, the first 4 episodes, were done now 2 weeks ago? Yeah, so this is quite a long time after. I was planning to do them a lot quicker, but I've had a lot of college work to do, and I still do, but I have a little bit of time, so. But my plan is to, as soon as I've got these done, that will allow me, because I'm going to release them, a day an episode. Don't know how many episodes are going to be in this one, but I reckon there's going to be at least a week's, well, there's going to be over a week's worth if I've got 4 in, like, one recording session that was only an hour long, then, yeah. Oh, yep. Rain dance. What? Why did that hurt me? God damn it. Oh, that is not fair. Oh, for God's sake. Well, I do actually plan on getting 100% in this game. I'm gonna go back and get everything, I think. Probably. But that'll be at the end, after I complete the game, you know, defeat Razorbeard and all that. Right, are you gonna... There we go. So as I was saying, yeah, it's probably gonna be over a week's worth. Don't know, about 2 weeks? Possibly. Possibly even longer. Depends how long I take. I know this game isn't too long. Obviously, I've played this game many times in many versions, but I do believe the PS1 version is shorter than the other ones. But I did actually try Rayman, well, only a little bit, but I've tried Rayman 3D, and I do believe it's a port of the Dreamcast version, which has the Hall of Doors is like, kind of reminds me of the islands in Crash 1, where, you know, you select the level and you're going through an island. It's like that. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they changed that, but yeah. But the Rayman 3D is quite cool. The 3D effects, meh. Well, that's. I think the 3D on the 3DS is very much a gimmick. Like, I don't think there's been a game that has really gained anything from it. Even like Super Mario 3D Land, which had those rooms where you need the 3D perspective. You can still do them without 3D on. But yeah, so 3D really doesn't give you much. At least with like the Wii U, the gamepad does give you stuff, and the touchscreen on the DS was like a good thing, I think. But having 3D, useless. That's why the 2DS exists. I wish they'd make a new 2DS, honestly. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind if they made a 2DS that folds as well. I like the folding. I mean, I can understand why the 2DS is like that, because I imagine the 2DS is aimed more for kids, because, first of all, it's cheap, so like parents can just get it and be like, yep, here you go, here's a DS, and it can play 3DS games and DS games, so, you know, there's a lot of games you can get on the DS. And the DS has so many, like, shovelware titles and a lot of licensed stuff, which I imagine would be quite good for children who like those things. You know, like, if there's a film They want to, they watch a film that they like, and then there's a game of it. It's usually on the 3DS or Wii or whatever. So, but yeah, the main reason for it not folding is that, well, the hinge breaks on the DS very easily and the 3DS, and having no hinge means that there is no, that can't happen because there isn't a hinge to break. So I imagine they probably last a bit longer. I also think that it's probably more comfortable to hold than at least a normal sized DS, 3DS and new 3DS. The XLs are just so much more comfortable, and the 2DS is massive as well. That's with this 3DS I now have. I do miss having an XL because the XL was so much more comfortable to hold, and also the battery life. The battery life is not that great on the original 3DS. I don't know about the new 3DS, but the 3DS XL had really good battery life. It was like 10 hours at max, I think, which is pretty good. I'm pretty sure the standard 3DS has 5 hours, so that's like double battery life. But if I were to get a new 3DS, it would definitely be an XL, like no doubt about it. Screen size, I don't care about, honestly. It's not like it's higher resolution, it's just a bigger screen, so it just looks, in some cases you could say it makes the games look worse because it's more evident how low resolution the games are, but that's still not really much of a problem. And I also prefer the way the start and select buttons are on the XL. I'm sure they're better on the new 3DS, but the start and select on the standard 3DS is kind of awkward and not easy to press. But on the new 3DS, they've moved them, I think. They're more like the original DS Lite, where they're like down where the power button is on the 3DS. Which, I actually do like that placement. I think it's good. The thing I don't think is that good about the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL is that they, first of all, only support micro SDs, which I am actually on my 3DS using a SD card adapter, like micro SD to SD adapter, because I don't actually really have any standard SD cards other than the one that came with my 3DS XL, which is 4 gigs. So that's why I have those adapters. But you need to use micro SDs, and also to get to it, you have to take off the back plate. Like, why? That's so stupid. And like, one of the improvements of the new 3DS is that the viewing angle for the 3D's better, which, yeah, the viewing angle's not that great, so I can understand that. Yeah, of course I missed one. God damn it, that's so annoying. Ah, yes, this is a great moment. Oh right, need to get Glowbox. Where is he? I wish the camera would turn. But overall, the new 3DS is better. I mean, the better performance. It's got better specs. It kind of annoys me that like things like the Hyrule Warriors 3DS game and the new Monster Hunter games are not just new 3DS exclusives. Now, I know they wouldn't sell as well, and that's why they did do that, but they run so terribly on the original 3DS, there's no point in getting them on. They might as well be an exclusive. And then, they're clearly, and with the controls, like, having that extra analog stick and the extra shoulder buttons does help for those games. I am glad that they, of course here, yep, it's just a big nose bush. because that's the smart thing to do. Oh look, it's just a bush. We'll just keep the door open. What a stupid mechanism. Only close the door if they detect someone. Imagine if that was security in places. It's like, yeah, we'll just leave the front door open unless we detect an intruder. God. And there we go, that is the canopy. So we are... I've finally got as far as I did the first time I tried doing this, so that's good. Anyway, yeah, so the games that might as well be exclusives are basic... Oh, what? Why does that happen? Just like Monster Hunter Generations and Monster Hunter 4 and Monster Hunter Stories, I think those all came out... because I think 4 was the first one to come out when came out before the other two of those, and that came out when the new 3DS came out. So yeah, they're clearly supposed to be for the new 3DS. It's just that they've decided that they want it to be usable on the old 3DS. Ah, yes, this level. This is quite the level, I'm gonna say.
I'm surrounded by incompetence. I shall never be able to stop Rayman.
Yeah, it does suck that I can't play some of the exclusives, you know, like, I'd love to be able to play The Binding of Isaac on the 3DS, and Xenoblade being the only exclusive that's got a physical release. I think there's some other things that are exclusive, but I can't think of it. Well, other than like the SNES Virtual Console and the GBA Virtual Console actually being the games being sold, because there is GBA Virtual Console on the original because of the Ambassador program. They had like Metroid Fusion and other games, but they never actually sold any GBA games on the original 3DS. So yeah, that would be good to have, and that's kind of why I do want a new 3DS. The loading times are another thing, like especially things like Pokemon Sun and Moon take forever to load, and Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS, that also takes ages. But everything else is mostly alright. I don't know how much the performance is improved, because like Pokemon Sun and Moon in double battles is so laggy. I don't know what it's like on the new 3DS, but and also the 3D on Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is super laggy. So yeah, if the new 3DS fixes that, cool. But I don't actually use the 3D, so that doesn't matter. Ah, god damn it. So now the pirates do have quite the health bar. Much longer than my health bar, but it's fine because I'm not taking hits. And I don't actually know what game I'm going to play after this, but the main reason I do want to have a gap is basically... well, the main reason I want to get these all out, I wanted to do this before I start releasing the episodes. Like, I want to finish this game, like get it all recorded before I even release one episode, because I want to give myself time to then do another playthrough and hopefully get that done by the time all of the episodes of this come out, because then it will be like, you know, constant kind of games. I doubt I'm going to be able to keep that up, but hopefully the gap won't be as bad. If there is a gap, you know, like, I don't want to have, you know, be like, yeah, here's the first episode. Well, let's say I do the first recording session, that's 4 episodes. 2 weeks ago, I released those 4 episodes, and then, well, nothing for ages. So, yeah, I'm only gonna, basically, these playthroughs are only gonna come out once I'm done. So, if I decide I'm not gonna finish a game, for example, I play a game and like, well, I don't really want to finish this. Let's say I do find a game that I thought, oh yeah, I'll play this, and then I end up not really liking it or whatever, or don't think it's great for a Let's Play, then I will just, you know, upload the ones I have. Or possibly, if it's so bad, I won't upload anything, but it depends. And I think, basically, I'm gonna... It's not really what I wanted to do. Man, this is a pain. But yeah, what I'm gonna go for is... if I do end up stop playing a game, then I will make the playlist, because I'll make playlists for them. I did mention this before, I believe, and it will say either completed, incomplete. Like maybe I want to give it a break or something, but I will just release the episodes anyway. Then, oh right, I can stand on this, can't I? And move it around. That's definitely the better way to do it. There we go. Right. Yeah, so if I decide that I'm going to give it a break, I'll say incomplete. But if I've just decided I don't want to play it, you know, I'm not going to finish it, then I'll say dropped. And of course, if it's a completed playthrough, then I'll say completed. So hopefully that will, you know, if you only want to see the games be completed, you don't actually want to just watch an incomplete playthrough, then you will know. And of course, if it says dropped, then you'll know not to wait, and then you won't ask as well, because I am not gonna continue playthroughs that I've dropped, like, ever, probably. Well, there's a possibility, I guess, but chances are I won't, and, you know. But I don't think that's gonna happen, because I'm gonna try and only play games I like, so... And also games I've already played before. Well, mostly. I'll maybe do a couple I haven't played before, but... I also want to vary it up, so... Well, that's not... Vary it up, is that a thing you say? I mix it up, that's a phrase you say. I do want to mix it up a bit, because I do want to play Rayman 3 as well, and Rayman Origins and Legends, but if I just do those one after another, it's just like Rayman, Rayman, Rayman. And yeah, so I wanna have a bit of variety when it comes to that. And yeah, so I'm not gonna do Rayman. I'm probably gonna do the next Rayman playthrough is probably gonna be Rayman 3. I mean, there's possibility it'll be Origins or Legends. Really depends. It'll probably be Rayman 3. But yeah, so when I do eventually do them, it won't be the next one, but I will do it. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do after this one. Possibly Spyro or Crash 2. I don't want to do Crash 1 in the place. Well, I might do it. I do like the game, I don't know, well... It's a game I've played a lot of times as well, but it's hard, and I'm not gonna, if I do it, I'm not gonna 100% it. I probably will 100% Crash 2 if I do that, and Crash 3 if I play that, and all the Spyro games if I play those. Because Spyro, it's just easy. Easy to 100% that game, like, there's no reason not to. But I will say the first Spyro, it is not that long. Spyro 3 takes a lot longer. these. Right. So this level is pretty cool. All the sanctuaries are cool. In fact, all the levels in this game are cool. I like all of them, and I mean, I like this game so much. It is so good. And that is why I own a Rayman hoodie, which is, I mean, it's actually based off of his hoodie in Origins and Legends, which is actually almost identical, and, well, it's the same in this one, actually. In Rayman 3, the, I don't know what they're called, the thingies that you use to tighten the hood, the stringy thingies, I don't know what the fuck they're called, but those things, in Rayman 3, they are, what am I doing? They are red, and probably in Rayman Raving Rabbids, but no one talks about that. In Rayman Origins and Legends, they are purple, so, and they're purple on this hoodie I have, so, yeah. And also, on the website I got it from, the colour names was, Origins Red and Legends Purple, I believe. I don't think it was the other way around. So, obviously, Origins and Legends.